It's actually insane. I didn't realize just how much social media just basically pisses into your brain. Like, it's just so fucking ridiculous. It's just like, oh, there is always something happening, something apocalyptic that you have to be upset about, and it just fucking dominates everyone's attention. I've been working all day. Really have. I did something I have been putting off for ages. Because if you follow me on Twitter, you know that I use the likes like you're supposed to use them as bookmarks. When Twitter first came out, that was what they were for. They had to add a bookmark feature because everybody went mad because they called their likes, right? They call their bookmark feature likes. It was just to say, I like this tweet, you might want to come back to it. It's not like an endorsement of anything that's in the tweet. It's that, I might want to check in on this at some point. And unfortunately, because Twitter made the decision to call them likes, everybody goes insane. Everybody thinks that you actually do like the content of the tweet. So, for example, if you want to bookmark, somebody died and you click on it, I like this. Everyone goes, what, you like people dying? You're a cunt. And all right, okay, well, obviously I don't do that. Or if you're like me and you have like, a podcast that's about all the horrible things that happen in the world called I Hate It Here, or stupid and goofy things that happen. Or you also do political content. You like a tweet by a Republican. All of his tweets are Republican tweets. It's like, yeah, you don't know what I'm going to do with that. I mean, I'm going to probably mock them, right? So anyway, I like a lot of things, all for the purposes of making content. And I get shit for it all the time. I just block somebody instantly. If they ever bring up, oh, but why did you like that tweet? Fuck off. Twitter police, you know what I mean? That's how you know somebody's in too deep and is terminally online. But I had to go through all of my fucking tweets, all of my likes, rather, on Twitter for the past 2 years, right? Because I've been putting off doing more episodes of Enemy of the People. And, man, it blew my mind, actually. Like, going back through even just the last 8 months, you just realize how social media, like, conditions you into being, like, fucked up and mentally ill because there's just always a thing happening. I was scrolling back and I was like, okay, well, that's like, whatever the most recent thing is. And then you go back a little bit more, and then it's like, okay, well, that's at the moment, it's all the Trump raid, isn't it, in Mar-a-Lago? Which, yes, I'll be probably doing some content about that once we find out where it goes. I do just want to remind everybody that engages with the political stuff. I did say about 18 months ago, maybe even a year, maybe only a year ago, but I think 18 months. I did say you're just going to see them bombard him with cases and investigation and all this January 6th bullshit, just because they need to find something through which to deny him the ability to run for president. And then what they'll do, and they want to get that knocked out by the midterms, because then they've got to spend as much time attacking the replacement, because let's be honest, America doesn't have a president, it has a pope, doesn't it? It's got a fucking senile old man, like someone who's literally a dementia patient, and he's just being pushed around, told to read off an auto cue, which he can't even fucking do properly, and there's a shadowy cabal of people in the background feeding him his lines. That's like the Vatican. That's what America has acquiesced to basically get away from the orange man. But anyway, the likelihood is they'll use this investigation to sort of nail him via the way of the January 6th committee. And they've done a full court press on that. See the Alex Jones trial. Oh, Richard, you're really pushing the buttons today. It's meant to be a Football Manager stream, isn't it? Where Alex Jones's own lawyers accidentally sent all of his tweets to legal counsel that just so happened to be in contact with the January 6th committee. Yeah, this is all accidents. These things just happen in a vacuum, don't they? Anyway, point being, it'll be DeSantis probably that rises from the post-Trumpian ashes, and the Dems are going to have to spend 2 years really fucking nailing him, so they're going to want to get this Trump stuff knocked out. Anyway, so at the moment, it's all the Trump stuff, and then I was going back a little bit, and then it was like, well, it's all the Russian stuff. Prior to the Russian stuff, you know, it was just like, it was ridiculous. You get to like January, and of course it's like 1 year of January 6th. I'm like bookmarking all the politicians saying ridiculous things. This was worse than Pearl Harbor. You're like, fuck me, get a grip. Bunch of numpties walked into a fucking building, you know. Anyway, and then it was like November was like the Rittenhouse verdict, I think, and then you can just see the blocks of just the occurrences and the nonsense. So anyway, I spent all day going through those tweets and basically dragging out the stuff and putting it in the various buckets I want. So I've got like outlines now for like 8 episodes of Enemy of the People, which I'm going to sit down and record once I've got the script written out. So that's like the next big project. I'm also working on a pretty big story in esports at the moment, technically 2, but one's having most of my attention at the moment. Kind of a scandal, I guess. So yeah, a busy day. I'm ready to have a few hours of just chilling out and a few hours of rest and just talking. But yeah, it's actually insane. I didn't realize just how much social media just basically pisses into your brain. Like, it's just so fucking ridiculous. It's just like, oh, there is always something happening, something apocalyptic that you have to be upset about, and it just fucking dominates everyone's attention. And especially on Twitter, which is easily the worst social media platform by some distance. I mean, at least Reddit is just a fucking consensus rewarding echo chamber. You know, it's just a Skinner box for shit libs, isn't it? Which is fine. But, you know, like, Twitter, I mean, Jack described it. You know, Jack, the former CEO, also called him leaving, you'll notice. Jack, the former CEO, said Twitter is the closest thing we've got to like a global consciousness, and it actually is true. And that's like the worst thing about it, because Twitter is sort of all of the, it is all of the worst American impulses indulged in digital form. So, yeah. Anyway, yeah, sorry, I'm getting all philosophical when we're meant to be talking about football. Right, let's do it.